Hey, Chapel Middle School families, Ken Rawson here. Glad to be with you and excited to share with you something cool that we're doing this Sunday. Nearly 20 years ago, youth ministries were asking the question, how do we help students maintain their faith after high school? In other words, what we saw happening was when students were graduating high school, they were graduating from their faith. Fuller Seminary in Southern California took up the challenge to really investigate why this was happening and what could the church do to keep this from happening. How can we help students maintain a vital, living relationship with Jesus after high school? So they started with 500 students and it eventually became about 380 of them. And from their senior year in high school through the first 3 years of college, they followed these kids and interviewed them multiple times during the years to follow them and see what they're doing in school, how they're doing, and how their relationship with God was progressing. And after those 4 years, they looked at all the results, and what came out of it was this book called Sticky Faith. The idea is, how can we help them have a sticky faith, a faith that continues on after high school? Well, the number one predictor they found that kept students with a relationship with God after high school was actually attending worship with their family. And what I mean by that is not just attending the same church or the same hour, but attending the same worship service, sitting in the same row, being together. So with that in mind, we're trying a little chapel experiment for this year. We have 4 months of the year that have a fifth Sunday. So we're going to try this little thing called Fifth Sunday Family Worship. So this Sunday is going to be a little different than normal. Instead of your students coming into the student center like typical, like normal, checking in there, they're just going to begin the service with you going to church together as a family. I think we're singing 3 songs, and then there's a devotion, kind of a challenge idea, a win from the stage, and then I think we're singing one more song. And then your middle schooler will be invited to leave the worship center to head to their rooms. So at that point, your middle schoolers will come out and come to the student center, and we'll have small groups for them, and we'll be talking about the chapel value of living generously. You know, what does it look like when the family gives together? And then afterwards, it'll just end like normal. That we'll just excuse your middle schoolers at the end of the worship time. And this is only taking place at our normal middle school services. So that's at Norwalk at 10 a.m., Sandusky at 9 a.m., and both Port Clinton and Sandusky at 10:30 a.m. All other services, they will not have middle schoolers leave. They'll just have children. I have 4 kids, a 23-year-old, a 20-year-old, 16-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And I'll tell you, when my kids left home and went to college, I didn't really care about their grades. I didn't care really about their college experience. My one concern was, do they love Jesus? You know, are they attending church somewhere? Will they be part of a faith community? So we're really excited about this. Hope that this will help them not only move one step closer to God and each other, but help them maintain their faith after they leave our homes. We'll see you this weekend.